Hello, pregnant mamas. Welcome to Prenatal Yoga with Jessica. I am Jessica, and today I'm going to be leading a fairly easy prenatal flow yoga class. I myself am 13 weeks pregnant. I'm just getting out of that first trimester, nausea and vomiting and feeling terrible and finding it really hard to do any exercise. So we're going to get gently back into a prenatal flow together. So, of course, you always want to check with your doctor before you start any new exercise routine. And even though I'm only 13 weeks pregnant, this class has been adapted for all trimesters. So, at any trimester, you can do this class. And of course, listen to your body. If anything doesn't feel good or you feel unwell, stop what you're doing. It's most important to be safe in pregnancy. All right, we'll get started. So we're just going to start warming up our neck and our shoulders. So we can do some easy neck rolls, starting forward and just moving actually however feels good. Sometimes I like to put my hand on the front of my shoulder and pull down and sort of stretch the skin and the muscles along there. And on the other side as well. We get really tight. We're looking at our phones. Sometimes our breasts are getting bigger. We're folding forward. We might be holding other kids. So as this relaxes a little bit, you can bring your shoulders more into it. And again, just moving however feels good. And you can do some shoulder rolls back and forward. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to move on to our hands and our knees now. And I'm actually sitting on a block, so if it feels more comfortable, you can sit on a pillow, a block, or a blanket, or you can sit right on the ground if that feels good for you as well. So we'll just move on to our hands and our knees. I'm going to move the block out of the way. So from here, on our hands and our knees, we want to make sure that our wrists are below our shoulders and our knees are below our hips. And we'll start waking up the spine with some cat and cow. So again, just as much feels good to your body. You want to make sure that you're activating your core muscles, and so you're not letting your stomach sag, and you're protecting your muscles from diastasis recti later. And continuing to breathe. And now we'll take our right hand and our left leg out and curl it in and lengthen out, curl it in. This is good core exercises that's safe for your abdominals. And we'll do one more on this side, curl it in and stretch it out. Nice. Now we'll come back to a neutral spine, and on the other side, stretch and curl and stretch out and curl and stretching the fingertips and the toes, and one more, stretch and curl and coming back to a neutral spine. From here we'll do fire hydrant pose, and so we're going to work the outsides of our glutes here, and we're just going to lift our leg up and down and up and down. So just go as high as feels good for you. 3, we'll do 2 more, 4, and 5. Perfect. And we'll do this on the other side as well. And lift, 2. Should feel this muscle working. 3, 4, and one more. Perfect. And now we'll take our leg up, flex our foot, and bringing it up there and down, and up, down, up. This is working our glutes as well as our back. And one more, and up and down. Perfect. And switch sides. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And perfect. So now we can spread our legs wide, making lots of space for our bellies, and come into a comfortable child's pose here. Spreading your fingers and stretching. Continuing to breathe. And take another breath here. And exhale. And walking your hands in, we can press into a downward dog. Again, you can keep your feet a little bit wider than you would in a regular yoga class to make lots of room for your belly. And when you're ready, just walk your feet forward up to the front of your mat. Inhale and come to Namaste in a standing position. So when you're ready, we're going to step back and do a few standing poses. We're going to move into triangle pose. So you want your right foot to be towards the front of your mat, your back foot turned in at about a 30-degree angle. Inhale your arms out. Reach towards the front. Let your hand fall in front of your shin. Wherever it falls, you're going to keep it. Reach up towards the ceiling. And if you can, tuck your chin and look up towards the ceiling as well. We'll take 5 breaths here. Spreading your fingers and your toes. And inhale up. And switching around to the other side. Left foot towards the back now, and right foot turns in. You can use the muscles and feel that leg turning in. Reach towards the front and triangle pose. Tucking your chin, lots of length in your spine, and breathe. And one more breath here. And inhale up. Now we're going to widen our stance a little bit, switch our feet back around, our front foot facing towards the front, and our back foot perpendicular. We'll move into warrior 2. And so just bending that front knee to a 90-degree angle if you can, and arms are straight out, body is centered between your arms, and gaze is softly out over your middle finger. If this is feeling hard, you don't have to go as deep. Whatever feels good to your body. And one more breath here. Exhale and inhale up. And switch your feet around to the other side. And exhale, relax that front knee. Relax your shoulders down your back. Spread your toes. And one more breath here. And inhale up. And now you can face the side of your mat. You're going to put your toes pointing slightly out. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, bend into goddess position here. So while you're in this pose, you want to be using your core muscles, bringing your abdominal muscles together. You can activate your pelvic floor. And a couple breaths here. And inhale up. Good. And now we'll bring our feet slightly more together. we're going to do some squats, which is really great for pregnancy, preparing the pelvic floor and everything for labor. And so feet are facing forward, just a little bit more than hip width distance apart. And we're going to do 10 squats. We want to act as if we're sitting back in a chair. So actually I'm going to show you from this direction. And 1. And up. So just however deep feels good for your body. 2, 3, 4. Activating those glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Perfect. So come up to a standing position and back to namaste. Inhale up, and we'll take the feet wide as our mat again, and we're going to come down into a full squatting position. If your heels come off the floor, that's fine. You can stay here, or if your heels go down, that's okay too. And we'll just take a few more breaths here. Often we get so busy in our life, sometimes we can even forget that we're pregnant, which is not good. And so just take some time, connect with your baby. This is one of the best positions that you can do to help open up your hips and prepare for a faster and easier birth. I try to do this pose every day for a few minutes. Let any stress go. Perfect. You can take your hands to the ground and just walk your feet in, come to a seated position, move your feet forward into Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. If your knees are up here, that's okay. And just relax in the pose. You can bring your hands to your ankles or your knees, wherever is comfortable for you. And we're actually going to do some pelvic floor exercises here. So also, sort of the squats and the pelvic floor exercise go really well together because one is strengthening and one is lengthening. So we don't want strong and tight, but we want strong and able to lengthen and let that baby out as well. So we'll do 10 quick Kegels, and then we'll do 1 and we'll hold for 10 seconds. So first we'll do 10. So people visualize this differently. I think of almost picking up a blueberry, lifting it up, and then letting it down again. So we're going to do that 10 times. And lift and go. Lift, let it go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10, and let it go. Perfect. And now we will pick the blueberry up, lift it up, and we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So lift, lift, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let it go. Perfect. And now you can just do an easy forward fold into your butterfly. Continue to breathe. Feel length throughout the spine. One more breath here. And inhale up. Perfect. And we'll move into a wide leg forward fold. So bring your legs out. And sometimes it helps to give yourself a little bit of a boost. And you can either stay here if that's a stretch for you, flexing your feet, or if you want, you can walk your hands a little bit forward to give yourself a little bit of an extra stretch. And find lots of length in the spine. We're not crunching over here. And stretch and breathe. And one more breath here. Perfect. And you can walk your hands up if you're folded forward. And we'll take our left foot in. And we're going to inhale our arms up, reach up, and bend over, reaching your right arm. And then you can reach your left arm up and really lengthen out your ribs here. Make space for your baby. Sometimes it can feel really tight there. And one more breath here. Inhale up. And we'll switch sides. And again, inhale both hands up. Find lots of length and reaching your right hand forward. And up. Finding lots of length, stretching through here. And one more breath here. And on an exhale, come out. So that is all for the movement today. Of course, we're going to take Shavasana and take a moment to integrate all of the different movements that we did, relax, connect with our babies and our bellies. So if you want, you can grab a couple of pillows here. I just grabbed regular pillows, and it's a little bit different, especially if you're farther on in your pregnancy. I just put a pillow there, and you can get on your left-hand side. So again, getting down, and you can just relax here. You can stretch out your bottom leg, and then you can have a pillow for underneath there. And relax your head. If you want to put your hand on your belly, you can. And relax your eyes shut. And take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. Scan the different parts of your body and make sure everything is relaxed. So relax your toes and the muscles in your calves and your thighs. Relax your belly and your back and your shoulders. Relax your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your face. And try not to control your breath, but just watch your breath. And when you're ready, wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can circle your ankles and your wrists. And gently open your eyes. If it feels good, you can stretch. And bring your knees in and slowly push yourself up. And come to a comfortable seated position. So thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.